Oh, hey, God bless. You may be seated. I'm the Reverend Schnorr. I was just studying a good book here, and while I was waiting for you to come, I figured, hey, you know what? Why don't I read you what I was reading here? Then Balaam said to Balak, "Build 7 altars for me here, and prepare me here 7 bulls and 7 rams." And Balak did just as Balaam had spoken. And Balak and Balaam offered a bull and a ram on each altar. I want you to think about that, in these times of uncertainty, the pandemic and the race riots and the money, who knows what's going on with anything. I think we take comfort in those words of Balaam and Balak and their bull and their ram. It's worth thinking about anyhow. Hey, let's bring in Brother Carlito and see what he's got on tap for us. Hey, Brother Carlito, you there?
I am here, Rev. And you know what the best
There
part of it all is you have my back all night. Look at this guy. Look at how good looking this guy is right here.
Look at that. That's work of art right there.
I am going to heaven, and that's the truth.
I got your 12. It's 2 6s.
Oh, thank God it's not 3 6s.
That would be bad.
One of our good friends of the show just came back from Vegas, and he got a tattoo. 666 on it.
Who did that? Why did he do that? You know, when
Maybe-
you're in Vegas, you're supposed to get 777.
Oh, or
That's where
cherry.
Right, that's where the winners are.
Oh, how you been? I love the new bar. You got some work done back there. Let's put you up full screen. Look at that sucker. Hang on.
Look at that. So the rent-to-own people come and took the old bar away. Something about non-payment or something. I don't know. They're full of bologna sausage. You absconded with it. So I decided I'm going to make my own new bar. So it's a work in progress, but that's what it's. This is the renovation of the old church here. It's going
It
on.
looks good. The only problem I foresee is your porch doesn't have a roof.
Yeah, well, every little piece.
It looks good, Rev.
It's, wintertime is coming. We'll get something up before then.
I'm liking it. I really am.
Thanks.
I like
Fine.
the little that little Budweiser sign lit up behind you.
Yeah. I got all kinds. I had the neighborhood kids help me with the painting. They're out there doing all kinds of fun stuff like that all over the neighborhood.
I hate to break it to you, but when the neighborhood kids are selling the Boy Scout and Girl Scout cookies, you're supposed to pay them. You're not supposed to take the cookies and then have them come to work for you.
My community outreach program, my youth programs, Brother Carlito, that stuff's sharp. If I touched it, it would cut my finger. So I let them do it. Kids heal quicker than middle-aged guys like me. So
Better immune systems.
Yeah, and it toughens up their fingers too.
Builds the callus in case they want to be a guitar player.
Right. Someday they're going to thank me for that. They're going to say, "Oh, these calluses right here, that's thanks to Reverend Schnorr." You look like Rahm Emanuel maybe, but that's all right.
Oh Lord. Anyways, I heard Space Trek is back in the news.
Yeah. What's it called? Blue Lagoon or something is going back up there.
They got a balloon going way high in the sky.
What? All of a sudden.
Wait. I said Space Trek. What the hell am I drinking? Star Trek.
Yeah. All of a sudden, all these billionaires they're heading to space.
Right?
And they're not really heading to space. They're like hitting just touching the toe inside space and coming back out.
It's like just a tip.
Exactly, just a tip, right? That's what they're doing. They're putting just a tip in there. They're not orbiting nothing. They're not spending days in there. They stick the tip in and then they pull out right away before it gets dangerous. But you know who they're taking next time? Jeff Bezos.
Who's he taking?
Close. It's going where no 90-year-old man has ever gone before. William Shatner is going to space for real. Captain Kirk.
He's up there too. 90, right?
90.
Jeez.
And you know what he does when he's not going to outer space?
What's he doing?
Hang on. For those of you who watch this religiously, here we go. Where is it? He doesn't rub them down. I was looking for He doesn't do that to them either. He's a horse rider.
No way.
He rides horses like for competitions.
Wait a second. He
Competition horse rider
at 90.
at 90 years old.
Hey, time up right there, Pedro. I'll be over there in a minute, player. Oh, what's going on? Oh, Lord, he about to get fucked by a horse.
I don't see Captain Kirk getting
You're telling me that Captain
backdoored by a
Kirk
horse.
competes in equestrian?
He does at 90 years old. He
You know, when they jump, they get pretty high still, and then boom, when they hit down, he could crack a couple vertebrae.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I crack a rib when I sneeze. This guy's jumping horse corrals and fences and things. He's 90 years old.
I hope he's wearing a diaper because your Kegel muscles, they can't be too good when you're riding a horse. You come out soaking wet.
You would think, but I don't know. I see an interview. He's out there. He's doing it.
That's unbelievable.
God bless him. I whatever he's doing, I want to do.
Now back to the space exposition.
Yeah,
Expedition.
he's going.
Alcohol's got me today, Rev.
His 7-minute mission.
Now, would you go up in a balloon, though?
Would I go in a balloon? I don't want to go in a balloon just to the treetops, let alone outer space. I'd take a rocket. I want to ride first class. I don't want to go in a balloon. They got a balloon going to go into outer space?
So you want to ride like with Richard Branson?
Yes.
It's kind of like sailing with a boat. When anybody ever asks you, would you like to come on my boat, you always ask, is there an engine?
Right.
And then if there's a lot of ropes and a lot of sails, the answer is no. Because for those of you who haven't been on a sailboat, the captain of the boat, i.e. the owner, enjoys the whole day. And you work yourself off. And you're talk about calluses on your hands, Rev. Your hands are raw from pulling and moving sails up and down and starboard and port and all that shit. By the end of the day, I'm like, you had all the fun, pal.
Right. He's just barking orders, and you're at the mercy of the wind. I don't know about you, but the wind has never really done much for me other than bother me. It blows in my ears. I can't hear. It messes in my hair. It makes the car too loud. It's windy.
So bottom line
It blows trees over.
is you don't go into space with a balloon. It's kind of like going on a boat trip with a sailboat. You
Right.
want to go with a power boat or Richard Branson in a jet. Or Bezos. Bezos did a jet too, right?
Right. Yeah. I want to be strapped into something and go where it's air conditioned and indoors. And I know that when we go, okay, we're floating, we go, all right, let's go back. And the rocket turns around and someone's got a steering wheel. Go. Have you ever had a balloon? You ever get a balloon in the wintertime, like for a party?
Yeah.
And you get it at the store and it's really big, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you go out in the cold and that same big balloon is, then you bring it back in the house and it comes up again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to get to outer space and have the balloon go
Because you know what happens?
shrinkage. That's a long fall is all I'm saying.
Yep, I agree. So bottom line is William Shatner could get high in a balloon and he'd go to space on his own.
More or less, yeah.
All right, what else you got for me?
I wonder if he's going to bring his horse. All right, so signs everywhere, signs.
Yep, it's a great song.
Breaking up my mystery and shaking my rhymes. So signs can be trouble, and this is going to be fantastic for people listening to our podcast because it's all very visual. But here are some signs I've seen from the Lord and from the Lord's creations, which would be us.
All right, so I'll try to describe them pretty good for our listeners.
Okay. When you're in the restaurant business, advertising is everything. Is there really a big difference between this fast food place and this fast food place? Can you really? No, it's all marketing. You got to have a good slogan. And this pizza place has got, I don't know, you got to tell me if this is a good slogan or not.
All right, let me see. Dick's pizza. You haven't eaten pizza until you've eaten dicks.
Now that's going to set it apart from the other pizza places, I would think. Of course, I would think I'm going to go to the place next door that says, "Hey, take a lick of our pie." But yeah, you haven't eaten pizza until you've tasted dicks.
So do you think Dick's does a good thick crust or a thin crust dick?
It's probably floppy. I'm guessing it's so I was like that in New York. It's just there's nothing substantial to it. It's just wet and floppy, and you could fold it in half, kind of thing. It's what I hear about the New York stuff.
So Dick's pizza is limpy and floppy.
Yeah, it's soft crust.
So you haven't eaten Dick's until it's slapped you in the face.
Exactly. Watch out for the pepperoni. Now, one of the things that a good reverend, minister, pastor, church wants to do is you find the people who are hurting. And you want to help the people who are hurting.
Like mentally or physically?
Anyway, it could be emotional hurting, it could be physical hurting, but you have to be careful with your punctuation and how you say it, okay? We love hurting people.
Oh.
I don't know that that's the message this church is trying to get to. And I don't know where Nate came. Doesn't that look like Nate? Our old friend Nate? It looks just like him. It's St. Mary and St. Bartholomew's Church, and their sign says, "We love hurting people." And it was actually my experience back then, too, with the nuns. They enjoyed hurting people.
Do you ever have the yardsticks and you had to kneel down with the textbooks right on your knee? Could you imagine Catholic school in this movement today?
They still exist. I haven't been to one in a long time. We used to have to kneel
on rulers, yardsticks, yard rulers.
They had marble stairs, and you had to kneel on the edge of the marble.
Oh, yes.
You know where the curve of the stair is, right on it?
Yes.
You kneel on that for a little bit. That'll get you.
Could you imagine nowadays? My son had to kneel on a marble stair, and he came in second place in the spelling bee.
Well, Karen, sit down. We're going to smack him around. You know, some of those kids deserve. I never saw a kid get hit in Catholic school who actually didn't deserve to be hit. I don't know what your experience was. I went to Catholic school. They only hit the kids who really needed it.
Yep.
It was all the kids we all wanted to hit. We couldn't hit them, though.
And I remember these blue Webster dictionaries. You used to have to kneel in the corner and hold the dictionaries up. And then you would start to wobble a little bit, and the dictionaries would come and whack! You'd have to hold them back up. And then I remember you used to have to just start writing the dictionary. Just start writing the dictionary. And we had to copy the dictionary word for word. Loose leaf. Remember all that loose leaf paper? Oh.
And if your handwriting wasn't good enough, they didn't like that either.
No.
But then they'd smack your fingers, and it's like, well, you think that's going to make my handwriting better?
All my friends should have been doctors for the way they wrote.
Oh. It was, we had a brother. A brother is like a priest, but can't say mass. Okay? And we thought this guy was clueless. We thought he didn't know what the hell was going on around him. Guys would go in there and they'd talk and they'd throw wads of paper at each other and things. And he'd just go on talking about chemistry. Avogadro's number 0.023 times 10 to the 23rd. And he looked at the board and he'd just go on and on and on. And we thought, well, this guy, he's got dementia. He's in his own world and he's going to just keep on teaching no matter what the hell's going on.
How old was he about?
Well, it turned out he was like 45. At the time, we figured he was about 78. So he, one day, it's Bunsen burner day. We're all going to go into the chemistry lab and we're going to burn, light things. I don't know. The Bunsen burners are going to go on. And they got that little wheel at the bottom to make the flame go higher or lower. And, in his ramblings, be careful in there. We don't want any fires. Be careful. Don't mess around anybody. And the one class clown, the one idiot, the kid was an asshole all the time. Went in there and he spun that little wheel real fast, and the little wheel fell off. And when the little wheel fell off, flames started shooting out the bottom of the Bunsen burner, shooting up. Right. Catholic schools in Chicago are all very tense about fire because of a tragedy that happened back in the 60s. So they don't mess around. This brother that we all thought was completely oblivious to what was going on around him revealed to us all what he really was. He's a former boxer. He walked up to this kid, closed fist, popped right across the chin and almost knocked the kid out. He said, I told you not to mess around with Bunsen burners. And that was the last time anyone messed around in that class. We didn't know brother used to be a boxer.
He really was a boxer. I thought you were telling fibs.
No, he was a boxer.
I thought you were complimenting his punch.
No, I think he got hit one too many times, and that's why he never corrected anybody until it came down to fire. And then he laid off and just gave him a good one right across the chops. And that was the end of that kid. Probably didn't say another word the rest of the semester. But he deserved it. He was one of those kids who always was being a jagoff.
You know, that brother could have put that guy in a straight and narrow for the rest of his life. If it wasn't for that day, he would have became a bust out.
Right. He might be a chemist today or a fireman.
You never know.
Thanks to BTD.
Now, I read recently an Indonesian man married a rice cooker.
A what?
A rice cooker.
Like a lady who likes to cook rice?
No, like the machine, the rice cooker.
Whoa, that's got to be high-pressure marriage.
I was thinking the same thing, but then he divorced the rice cooker in 4 days.
Well, you know, they speed things up, those rice cookers. Everything goes faster.
You know what the guy said in his divorce papers?
What?
All this thing could do was cook rice. It's a true story. You could Google it. The best part of it all is that marriage lasted longer than one of the Kardashian marriages.
Yeah, well, and they can't even cook rice.
No, not at all.
I think they could do other things, though, I suppose, that probably make you stick around more than 4 days.
Now, I got to tell you about another story I read, okay? I read a story October 1st.
Okay.
I actually clipped it out, saved it to tell you on the Rev Show.
Of course.
I think this was kind of national news. I remember hearing something about it, but it reminded me of a friend.
Okay.
The friend happens to be on the other side of the screen. Let me read the headline. Big black bold letters. Here we go.
I thought you were going to say something else. Big. I thought, oh, this is about me. A big black what? Oh, I'm sorry.
Here we go, Rev. The
Okay,
headline reads, Drunk man reported missing. Joins search party for himself.
I could see how that could happen. All right. I could see how that could. Because hear me out now.
Okay.
You go out. You're having a good time. Usually, I know I get separated from my friends often for many different reasons. Sometimes I don't even know what those reasons are. But I just wind up, I'm not with them anymore. Maybe I got tired. Maybe a pretty lady walked by and I thought I'd like to go talk to her. And next thing you know, I'm not with my friends anymore. But I got to catch some sleep. So I sleep. And you wake up. You don't know you're missing. You know you're there. I'm not missing. I'm right here. And then you find out somebody's missing. You never think it's you because you know where you're at. You're right here. So you go, you join. Hey, I'm hungover, but I'm not heartless. Some dude's missing. I got to go help look for him. Maybe there's a reward.
Remember,
Go looking.
no matter where you're going, you're always there.
Right. No matter where you are, there you are.
So this guy wound up going drinking with his buddy in a forest. Fishy to me.
Sometimes those are the best places to go.
It's funny. The first line of the article says, after he went drinking and went missing, his wife called authorities after he went drinking with a friend. Luckily, he was able to find himself.
No.
So this happened in Turkey, Rev. So I knew it wasn't you once I read a little bit deeper into the story. He was 51 years old. He went in a forest walk with his buddy in Turkey late on a Tuesday, and his wife reported him missing after he did not return home.
There's some fishy going on there. First
He
of all,
walked away from his friend drunk. Exactly what you just said.
yeah, but I don't know that I've ever just wandered into the woods with one other guy to go drinking. That's a little strange. I wonder what's happening there.
Let me tell you what else is strange. I also read, I wanted to bring to your attention, remember Pokemon collectors?
Yes. And for the record, I never go drinking in the woods in Turkey.
Nope.
Pokemon collectors, yeah.
Hey.
What?
I forgot that one joke.
What? Oh, about going in the woods? All right, so the joke is an evil joke. It's a horrible joke, but the story is a good story.
All right.
So, this is the story Brother Carlito doesn't want to tell you. I'll tell you because I have no shame. So, when we're working on those shows that we worked on, there were two shows. One really crazy, fun, wild show, and then there's one very serious show. And the very serious show dealt with very serious topics, like child abuse and molestation and horrible, horrible things. And it took like 2.5 hours to record a 42-minute show for reasons we won't get into. It was depressing. The Fun Crazy show was fun and crazy, and it took about 42 minutes to record a 44-minute show. And sometimes there'd be things going on backstage that would delay the taping of the show. So people on staff and the crew would come out and tell jokes to entertain the studio audience while they waited. And we had a crazy friend who loved to do that.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. He's not with us anymore. And after this day, he was lucky to survive longer than he did. So he, on the Wild Crazy show, you could pretty much tell any kind of joke you wanted. On the serious show, not so much. Our friend forgot which show he was telling a joke in front of. And instead of being the Wild Crazy show, he was telling a joke to the audience of the serious show. And
not paying attention to what the topic of the show was.
Right. And the topic of the show was like, child, did you kill my baby or something along those lines? So our friend gets up and tells this joke. He says, this old man's walking into the woods with his little girl. And it's starting to get dark out, and the little girl looks up at him and says, Mister, I'm getting scared. And the man looks down at the little girl. He says, you're scared? How do you think I feel? I got to walk out of here alone. Now, that's not a joke you tell everywhere. It's definitely not a joke you tell to an audience that is about to hear a story about a dead baby or a child molester. And that's exactly what he did. He told that story. You got to know your audience. He didn't that time. And what would in other situations be a dark and disturbing joke became a very dark and disturbing joke.
Not more you can say about that one.
Which is why I never go drinking in the woods in Turkey alone.
Nope.
Or with
you
old
may have
men.
to walk back by yourself.
I have to walk back alone. I don't want to do that. Speaking of foreign countries, Brother Carlito, you got to be careful when you go to an Asian country like this. A danger, if you fall in the pond, you will be boiled.
It's funny. We didn't even plan this. And look how you segue into this.
Look at that. Now, that, sometimes it says no swimming, danger, no lifeguard on duty, all that kind of stuff. This is one that I think that's a warning sign that's going to work. I will be boiled. I'm not going to risk that. They could be lying.
I think that Asian wording
Yeah.
doesn't really play out to say you will be boiled. But I think some park forest ranger did Google Translate to what it really meant from his language, and it came out, you will be boiled.
It should say, like, beware of frogs or something, right?
Yes, danger.
That's-
If you fall in, you could be eaten. But they come up with, you will be boiled.
Will be boiled. I was in a hot tub once.
Oh.
When
You sure it wasn't a rice cooker?
we weren't married.
All right.
And a guy was in there, and he had one of those Asian tattoos that all the kids were getting for a long time. And an Asian man was in the hot tub, and the guy says, "How do you like my tattoo? It means fierce." And the Asian guy goes, "Sorta." Like, that was one of the funniest encounters I ever saw. He didn't go into detail and say, "Well, here's what it really means." He just said, "Yeah, sorta."
Yeah, think about it. If you're in America getting a tattoo and you want some type of wording and some type of way it's pronounced, how are you going to second guess the artist?
Right, and how do you know what he knows? He's just some biker dude who knows how to ink you. He's
If
not
it's just
necessarily
one-
Chinese himself.
If it's just one little hook and a little slip and a little pop,
Right, all of a sudden, your arm says, "Beware, you might be boiled."
all right, let me get you on this part here.
Okay, what you got?
This story is pretty good. I got two for you. One, a Pokemon Oreo.
I forgot we went from this to Pokemon. Okay, Pokemon
Yes.
Oreo.
See how I said this? Sold for
Love it.
$15,000 on eBay.
What? How does that happen?
I don't know. How do you even know the Oreo's fresh?
Right. Well, what kind? What's in it? Pikachu?
Ooh.
Yes. There's a Pikachu in the middle.
I have no idea.
What's the other guy? Oh shit, Squirtle.
A squirrel.
There's a Squirtle in the middle.
Squirtle?
Of Oreo.
My last one is this for you, Rev.
Okay, what you got?
We're always worrying about the next hottest stock. What's going to trade? What cryptocurrency is going to go up? There was a hamster they put in a hamster cage. They gave it 2 tunnels, a buy and a sell. Every day, whatever tunnel he went in, they either bought stocks or sold stocks based on their portfolio. That
Okay.
hamster so far, he's up 20% and doing better than Warren Buffett and the S&P 500. Here's
So
the
you're
guy
telling
that
me-
shits in shaved wood.
We just got to get us a hamster.
I know where we could find a few people that use them, so we'll borrow a few.
Will gerbils work, or just got to be a hamster?
No, hamsters.
Hamster,
The story
all right.
says hamsters. It's like putting
I gotta
cookie dough in a rice cooker. You need hamsters.
cross the name off that list then, because she handles only gerbils.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Ho, ho, ho.
Sell. Oh, good. And how about this sign? We're just still talking about signs here. Speaking of that last joke, people are eating children in this area. Please leash your dog and clean up after them. Thank you. This is where, again, what
It's
do you
very
call it?
confusing, but can mean a lot of different things.
Punctuation's important. People are eating, period. Children in this area, period. Please leash your dog and clean up after them. Or, people are eating children in this area, which is what it says. And I'll be honest, I would imagine if you're eating children, the last thing you want is an unleashed dog running up after you, taking poops and pees on you.
Once again, the person who was in charge of making the sign might not speak our language, meaning English,
Right?
and Google Translate it, and that's what came out, and that's what he brought to the printer.
There you go.
What do you think?
I think it was just a dumb American who doesn't know the difference between people are eating children in this area. Please leash your dog.
I think we need
Don't you
one
point
more of
out.
those black marks.
Yes, I give it an F for
Grammar.
yes. And here's one last one to end on. This is courtesy of our good friend Linda, who always has great things to share. And if you follow us on social media, you probably have seen us already. But if you don't, I'm going to give you a little treat now.
I'm excited.
And follow us later. You ready? You should be, because she wants her Jerry beads.
Oh, that's great.
Look at that.
That is great.
It's a woman flashing the Scream painting, and he is very appalled by her breasts. I had a guy say, I don't think I'd react that way. And I said, well, maybe she's got 3 of them.
You never know, as long as they got an extra nipple.
Right. She could have 3 boobs, and I would probably react the same way as that painting. But, hey, God bless her for trying.
Rev, this was a good get-together.
Yeah, it was nice. It was kind of is mellow.
You're not putting those bricks all around the city, are you, on pallets?
No, the riots were put off for a little while.
All right, I'm just getting
Collecting
nervous.
them for next summer.
Okay, I just see it in the background. I got a little nervous.
Yeah, no. Just I like to have my own collection. Just it's like I have a room of just toilet paper and one of just bricks, depending on what part of the lockdown I want to be a part of.
All right, well, fair enough, Rev. You know, you
All right,
don't
hey.
have to make a decision right away.
Nah, sometimes I use them both.
Rev, this was a good little get-together. It was a good little cocktail night. I like it.
I do too. This was nice. We should
Cheers,
do it
bro.
again sometime.
Hey, peace shot to us.
Peace out to us. God bless. I'm almost, and the timing's perfect because I'm
Yeah,
out.
I'm out.
It's as dry as the desert on a August afternoon.
Oh, speaking of it, I got a quick joke. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
I got to make it up as I go here. Hang on. All right. 3 people go into the desert.
Okay.
An Italian, a Polish guy, and an Irish guy.
Okay.
All right? So they come across a lamp.
Pretty
they're
sure we're
stuck in the
clean. 'Cause
desert.
those are 3 nationalities you can still make fun of.
Yes.
Okay, good.
So the little genie pops out.
Yeah.
And he goes, you got 1 wish I'll grant you. What do you need in the desert?
Okay.
So the Italian guy, of course, goes, hey, I'm going to go first, okay? I want some of my mom's meatballs and sauce in case I get hungry. Genie goes, boom! Guy's got a feast. And, you know, Italians, they got enough for everybody. So all 3 of the guys eat, no problem. Irish guy goes, you brought the food, I'm going to bring the drink. Whiskey for everybody. Poof! Crates of old whiskey. Now they're drinking, eating pasta.
Love it.
Poor Polish guy goes, I'll take a car door.
Huh?
Both guys look at him. Genie goes, you said it. Poof! Guy's got a car door. The Irish guy and the Italian guy go, why'd you ask for a car door? He goes, well, guys, in case we get hot, I can roll down the window.
As beautiful. Brother Carlito is married into a Polish family, so he can tell those jokes. He's Polish by marriage. Hey, God bless you all for joining us. Next week, we'll make fun of another nationality that is okay to make fun of, like Irish people or Italians. I got one, but I'm not going to tell it. Maybe next week. Join us next week and see if I tell an Italian joke while Brother Carlito's listening. Until then, hey, God bless you for listening. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram as long as they haven't blown up and gone down like they have this week. I think it's the aliens or the Chinese or somebody's messing with our Facebook. In the meantime, you have one for me because I'm going to have one for each one of you. God bless. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.